A single moment turned a familiar face into the center of a political storm. What really happened at that protest that left everyone talking? It started as a tense, crowded scene. Voices rose. Signs waved. A TV host known for bold takes showed up, and within minutes he was in handcuffs. But the footage didn't tell the full story. Details leaked. Rumors spread. And suddenly questions piled up faster than answers. What led to this? Who pushed it over the edge? The truth is messy and more surprising than most people think. He didn't come alone, but he also wasn't announced. One minute the crowd was arguing about policy. The next, a recognizable figure stepped into the fray. Cameras swiveled. People whispered. Some cheered. Others jeered. Authorities watched. It felt like a live news moment becoming personal. Yet his presence there wasn't as simple as showing up to report. There were stronger reasons behind him being in that crowd. But that wasn't the whole story. Words flew quickly. An exchange sparked between him and a small group near an ICE staging area. Tempers flared. People shoved their phones forward to catch the drama. One comment landed badly, and the reaction was immediate. A crowd can turn in seconds from curious to confrontational. What started as shouting moved toward physical contact. Security stepped in. And that confrontation changed the night's direction. What happened next shocked everyone. Officers moved in amid chaos. Shouts mixed with orders. He was cuffed on camera. The clip went viral within minutes. Social feeds exploded with takes, condemnation, defense, disbelief. Some said it was justified. Others called it a setup. Networks scrambled for statements. This wasn't just an arrest, it was a moment that split public opinion. Still, the arrest was just one piece. There were questions that cropped up right after questions nobody seemed ready to answer. Immediately, different versions emerged. Witnesses described the scene differently. Some said he resisted. Others claimed he was calm. Bodycam and bystander videos told slightly different tales. Reporters asked for official records. But police reports can be short on context. Media outlets leaned into the angles that fit their audience. Within hours, the narrative was fractured. Which account was closest to the truth? The answer wasn't obvious. And this clash of versions kept the story alive. This arrest didn't exist in a vacuum. It landed against a backdrop of heated national debates. Headlines screamed about bias and free speech. Politicians weighed in. Celebrities took sides. Hashtags trended. For some, this was proof of media accountability gone wrong. For others, it looked like a deliberate political act. The scene became less about one incident and more about power and perception. Every comment added fuel. But deeper motives were still in the shadows. Beyond the immediate outrage, the fallout reached into contracts and bookings. Meetings reportedly shifted to damage control. Advertisers and producers watched the ratings and the reactions. Rumors circulated about suspended deals and tense calls with network execs. For someone whose career depends on public trust, the stakes felt enormous. Yet insiders hinted this wasn't his first public stumble. Old tensions and rivalries resurfaced. Those whispers suggested a longer story, one that went back years. What happened next raised even more eyebrows. Off-camera conflicts can shape on-camera moments. Behind closed doors, sources said there had been friction with colleagues and management. Disagreements about tone, politics, and interviews simmered. Some sources claimed past incidents had left him on shaky ground. When the protest incident happened, those old wounds made the reaction sharper. Critics were quick to point out past missteps. Supporters said everyone deserved fair treatment. The history complicated the instant judgment. The full truth started to feel like a puzzle with missing pieces. Then new footage surfaced, one clip that reframed the entire evening. It didn't erase what happened, but it added context that many viewers hadn't seen. The exchange that led to the arrest had moments of provocation from both sides. A maneuver by a protester. A forceful reply. A misread gesture. In that split second, choices escalated. When the clip circulated, public opinion shifted again. Some who assumed guilt paused. Others doubled down. The prosecution of narrative had its own turning point, and that twist pushed the story into a new phase of controversy. So what really happened at that protest? A tense scene became explosive because of words, actions, and a history no one saw at first. An arrest was captured on camera, but context arrived later and complicated everything. Political heat magnified it. Career risks followed. And a single viral clip turned a private struggle into a public spectacle. There's no neat ending yet. New statements, footage, and legal filings will keep changing the story. But one thing is clear. In today's world, a moment can define a reputation, until the next clip drops and the conversation flips again. Want updates as this unfolds? Hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. We'll dig deeper and bring every new detail to you fast.